Jalilov, that was Saushi Makano. Not long after, there's another bout involving a Japanese boxer. It's Rui Yamaguchi this time around, the top seed in this part of the draw. So we are moving, step up in terms of weight. We are continuing with the men. Another semi-final coming up after this, which will feature India's Pawan Barthwal. And then we'll have the men's 85 kgs semi-finals. 2 bouts to finish off this afternoon session at the World Boxing Cup Finals in Greater Noida. Olimov is somebody who's known for his defensive prowess. Yamaguchi quite happy to stay as far away from Olimov's range as possible, and it's an interesting inversion. Perhaps he too realizes that Olimov is known for his defensive strength, wants him to open up a bit more. Speed of both men lightning fast. Probably going to be a case of whoever can be a bit more swift around the ring. Like both men favoring a stance where they're leading with their left foot, so not so much of a dependence on that left. Quick word of caution for Yamaguchi for going into the back of the head. A difficult one to call, but I would think that Yamaguchi has probably been a bit more active in terms of those punches. This is turning out to be exactly as close as we anticipated this bout between the Japanese and the Uzbek boxer to be. Right, who's got the numbers to back up? Japan's Rui Yamaguchi. The one with slightly bigger credentials in terms of what he's been doing. Not one that can be taken lightly. His opponent as well, Samandar Olimov. Yamaguchi just looked like he was a little better, and that's been reflected in how the judges have seen this as well. All 5 going in favor of the Japanese boxer. Some work now to do for Olimov. Of course, overturning such starts has been a common theme of day 4 of the World Boxing Cup Finals. doesn't really matter too much. It's all about how you finish in this sport. Something that Samandar Olimov will be hoping to emulate in this match as well. Certainly looking to be more proactive to start the second round. Yamaguchi forced to defend a lot more. Some good ferocity in those punches by Olimov. Rui Yamaguchi defending stoutly as much as he can, but I don't think he's landed as many decisive punches of his own. Now probably a question of whether judges deem that he's been defending effectively enough. Certainly a lot more positive and a lot brighter from Olimov's prospects. And the big question that can he sustain this kind of aggressive momentum into the third round? Of course, a lot will depend on how this one is scored. That could determine his strategy as well going into the final 3 minutes, which will follow soon after. Final 10 seconds. And did look in that round that it was Olimov who made a few more positive moves. Definitely attacked a lot more than he did in the first round. Rui Yamaguchi forced into defending on a few occasions. And much like what has been the theme of Day 4 of World Boxing Cup Finals, it's been brought back to a dead heat. The second round going in the way of Samandar Olimov, with all 5 judges deeming it to be a 10-9 for him. So it's 19 from every judge for both Yamaguchi and Olimov, all to play for in the third and final round. That's not a pleasant place to get stuck in. Samandar Olimov, this has been a good fight back from him. After losing out on the opening round, definitely come out all guns blazing. A change in tack, a lot more aggressive, a lot quicker in his response. Tribute to his versatility, if he's been able to turn attack into his best form of defense. Now, how do both of these boxers approach these last 2 minutes or so? Some stage they have to start making the calculations. Have they done enough? Do they need to fall back a little bit? Do they need to defend more? Yamaguchi lands a solid left, but it's a good response from Olimov. Fabulous exhibition from both. There's not been too much of a thought about defending, not been too much of a thought about trying to slow the clock down. Been attacking boxing, and a lot more of it second round onwards from Olimov, which might tilt this contest in his favor. It will be a massive result for him, having already obtained a great result in the opening round where he beat Shin Jae-young from Korea. Of course, each of these semi-finals, the player who loses also gets assured of a bronze. Barring a couple of categories, which I recall, where there are 3 contestants, there will be 2 bronze medals for both of the losing semi-finalists. Some cases, of course, of women's categories, where the top seed has gone straight through to the final, so only the losing semi-finalist from the other semi-final will get the solitary bronze. Olimov has been a lot more proactive. Has it been enough? Yet another contest which has gone down to the final round with everything to play for. The smile from both of them, it's a good friendly gesture too, but Olimov believes he's done enough. Terrific contest though. Yamaguchi, the one who landed the more decisive punches to begin with, but Olimov grew into the contest and certainly did his fair share of battering the opponent as the match wore on. And the speed, the relentless pace at which this bout was fought was constant from the first minute to the last, which is a massive credit to both the technique as well as tenacity of both competitors.
In the blue corner, representing Uzbekistan,
It is Samandar Olimov.
Olimov Samandar.
And wins it unanimously, which means that he's won over all the judges in that third round. So 5-love in the second round, 5-love in the third as well, overturning a love 5 which he faced after the first 3 minutes of this particular bout. Superb attacking finesse shown by both, and Olimov showing that when you have the right intent, then you can move mountains, or certainly you can move the scorecard in your favor, as he did in this particular semi-final. So Samandar Olimov of Uzbekistan through to the finals of the men's 55 kg category. We'll know the identity of his opponent soon after this.